died, the ashes thing, was that your idea? Were those his wish? Was that in his will?
That was his last wish. What Hunter wanted was to be blown out of a 150-foot cannon. I think he knew that I was the only one stupid enough to make that happen. And I did.
And did it work?
Oh, yeah.
If there is a...
No.
You don't. Yeah.
Oh, most definitely. I think what I miss most about, you know, of Hunter is those 3 a.m. phone calls where he would say, he used to call me Colonel Depp. We had that sort of connection, and but the 3 a.m. phone calls where he would say, Colonel, wake up, man. What do you know of the hairy black tongue disease?
Do you like your ass?
Wow. Like it? Mm-hmm. I accept it.
Okay. All right. What is your favorite?
I don't know.
What is your favorite swear word?
Ass. No.
Well, tell us about the first time you ever met him.
And suddenly the front door opened of the bar. I was way in the back. He basically, in his left hand, he had a 3-foot cattle prod. And in his right hand, he had a taser gun. And the next thing I heard was, out of the way, you bastards! And the sea parted, and he arrived. And then we shook hands, and then we went back to his house and built a bomb.
All right, well...
Johnny, how are you?
I'm all right.
Good to see you, my friend.
You too, man. Thank you.
How was your summer? What'd you do? Were you working?
I was working, yeah.
Making movies?
I made a film, oddly, yeah.
What film did you make?
She's in junior high, yeah. She's verging on teenagerdom, which is frightening. Mm-hmm. Really frightening. Well, makeup and things.
Yeah. Well, makeup, but believe me, if that's all you got to worry about, you're home free.
Yeah. Yeah, no, she's quite astonishing. I'm in big trouble.
Now listen.
You're not being honest. What is the strangest place you've hooked up with someone?
What?
Strangest place you've hooked up with someone?
Wow. Yeah.
Do your pout. Come on, do it.
What pout?
What pout? Come on.
No, I need one.
The pout you stole off me.
By the way, I really love your band.
Thank you.
I really do.
I appreciate that.
Jarvis Cocker, ladies and gentlemen.
I hate to start things off negatively or awkwardly, but the last time you were here, we kissed a few times. I felt like we really hit it off.
Right.
We had a few laughs together. You know, really seemed like we had some chemistry, and then the next thing I know, I hear you're engaged. And I get no call or not even a text. It's just, it was rude, is what it was. To come in and to do that and then to just disappear. Anything you want to say?
Yeah, I know. I feel bad about it.
You do feel bad about it.
But I also feel like between you and I, it's kind of an anything goes sort of thing.
I like the way you think.
You know what I mean?
So I'm not out then. I'm still potentially in.
Oh, you're in.
Oh, good. Machines added to them rather than a person being added to the machine. But what's going on with that? Why do I feel like I just checked into prison and
About to get your salad sauce?
Yeah,
It's a frightening
like
feeling,
that.
isn't it? You're actually afraid of that little.
No,
device.
I'm not afraid of that
gonna
at
put it
all, and
anywhere.
I'll put that right on my lips right now. I don't care. You don't have any. It's bubblegum flavored. It- Is there anything on my face?
Better.
I didn't realize you were an artist. So what are we gonna do this, or I mean, is this gonna happen?
It's been happening since I walked out here.
Johnny Depp, everyone. Transcendent substance.
We're going to actually bring out some other of your cast from the movie, but
That's bad.
you're
We
here
don't
so
get
rarely.
We didn't get along very well in the shoot.
Oh, no.
So
well-
this might be a knockdown drag out. I don't know what
Listen, I mean, what happens when she comes home and says, you know, Dad, I've spent 14 years admiring your body art. What do we do then, Johnny?
My fear is that she'll bring someone home that she's been admiring his body art. One night there was, because I guess Don Johnson was one of Hunter's neighbors up near where he lived. And
This is going to be great. Wherever this goes, I have a feeling it's going to be great.
Oh, it's good. Hunter, it was about 3 in the morning, and Hunter said, Johnson's just called. He's coming over. We must ambush him.
You're here so rarely, I thought I would just get some questions out of the way that I had
Sure.
on true or false. You enjoy playing with Barbie dolls.
Well, not as much as I used to, let's say.
And do they know? I mean, you're in show business, he's in show business. Have you all gotten together?
There is that weird connection.
Yeah.
You once dreamed of being the first white Harlem Globetrotter.
That's true. That is true. Yeah,
Are
that
you
was
a-
a great passion of mine when I was a little kid. It was
Are you a
lot
good
of fun.
basketball player?
No. Hence the dream.
That's, yeah. You love to paint pictures of elephants.
I do.
Are you a good painter?
No. We grabbed some weapons and we loaded them up so that when Johnson came pulling in, we started firing up into the air. Pulling the trigger as quickly as we possibly could. He didn't come in.
Well, like you're the best character actor in the world. Well, you are. You
Good Lord, man.
Well, because most character actors are kind of also appearing. You've turned being a character actor into quite a global superstar.
No, I think it's more like some form of schizophrenia that has just worked for me.
This morning when I got to work, there was a line of women, and I said, what are these people all doing here? They certainly weren't here for me, but they were there waiting for you to come tonight.
Relatives.
Relatives?
Yep. I have a lot of relatives. Yeah.
You know, you have
they
this...
stretch so far.
You have this very handsome, let's just be honest and say beautiful face. And... Listen,
I'm done.
oh, now I've lost my train of thought. That's more kissing than I did in all of high school.
Me too.
I don't believe that. Is that true?
True.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
You were not popular in high school with the girls? Or talk show hosts?
No, I do have a thing for talk show hosts.
Well, sure, yeah. Listen.
Obviously, but no, in high school I was not, no, I was kind of the long-haired.
Oh, so they were maybe intimidated or just like you were a scumbag or a loser or something like that?
That's pretty much
Yeah, pretty
it.
much.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's a hell of a, that's really hooking it up. I mean, yeah. So then One Direction went with your daughter back to your house.
You seem somewhat jealous.
No one ever comes to my house.
No, well, wait. You seem freaked out.
It does seem, I mean, it's not even just one person. You got a whole group of guys to come to your, of handsome young men to come to your house.
Is there something wrong with that?
No. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just, I'll just say it doesn't happen for me. It's great to see you. Thank you for all the sweet kisses on the face. I appreciate it. Johnny Depp, everyone. The next one's gonna be with tongue. The Lone Ranger opens the dinners Wednesday. We'll be back.
Out of nowhere, one of the journalists in the audience asked me if I was a believer. And I thought maybe he'd had some sort
Sure.
of...
That's what I think.
And how many elephants would you say you've painted?
About 11.
11.
Just grabbing it out of a hat,
Okay.
you know.
I would like one of your paintings of an elephant.
I've got one.
I'd like one.
I mean, I have 10.
I'm going to take one. And,
It's coming.
all right, good.
You hear action, you go and do your bit, and then suddenly you hear, cut.
So does that give you pleasure when the studio executives are kind of like, oh
Of
my...
course, yeah.
So do they literally have that conversation with you? Are you doing that for the whole film? Or...
It generally starts with, what is wrong with you? But you don't
Oh,
want
God.
to.
You're not going to answer me honestly.
I will.
I
will.
Out of all your co-stars, who's the best kisser?
Javier Bardem.
All right.
My daughter Lily Rose was desperate to go to the show, and so we got tickets and passes and things like that, and brought her to the show and introduced them, and it was quite, you know, astonishing to see her child in this kind of like frozen.
Really? Really in awe.
Oh yeah.
Now, do you remember when you were her age, having somebody with that effect on yourself?
No. So I said, yes, of course, I'm a huge believer.
Right.
And then, about 3.5 seconds later, to the right of the room, Justin Bieber enters.
Now, how do they do that? What is
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know if we you know, we summoned him up. It went very well.
Now, I know you are uncomfortable watching yourself work on screen. What did you do?
I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
I think it's sort of, I think it's about 10% atheist. I think here's about 45% atheist. But yeah, they were offended by it. They thought it was...
That's only because God lives in the Midwest, doesn't he?
Exactly. Oh, yeah.
He's got a place there.
Yeah.
So just a bit of love.